Hi guys, so this is an introduction to Maya and the Maya's interface. It's a little bit confusing when you first load it up. So we've got your traditional menu bars along the top here. You'll then find over here your workspace. So this can be clicked on and we can change it and we will get different views to kind of optimize for different tasks. So we have modeling standard here, modeling expert, which is going to let you see your model in full view. We have sculpting, so Maya has some sculpting abilities built into it, not quite as good as some other programs such as Mudbox and ZBrush, but that's built in there. UV editing, animation, rigging, etc, etc. So you can change your workspaces there. We then have this kind of shelf here. So these are called shelves, and they have various different quick access buttons on them here. So for example, if we were doing some polygon modeling, we can go to this, we can click on one of these, and we've now got a cube down here that we can move around and do things with. If we click a circle, or a sphere, sorry, we can make one of those. And then there's a few other quick access buttons along here that we will find in time. You will also find the same things at the top here, so we can go to create, and down here we have polygon primitives, and we can find all of the same things again, spheres, cubes, cylinders, and more that won't be here. So up here in your menus you'll find more detailed versions of the one below. Now, mine's a little bit confusing, and we've got this drop-down box here, and when we change this, so we're now in a rigging mode, you'll notice that these menu bars will change up here. So Maya has quite a lot of different menus. We'll take them through them, what you need one by one, but just so you know, if you can't find the menu, you've probably got your little box set wrong over here. Okay, down the left hand side here we have our basic tools. So we have the select tool here, we have the lasso select, so I can select kind of multiple objects within an area. I can dive around that one and not select it. I have the paint select, so I can paint select various different parts. The tools that you find that you're going to be using a lot will be the ones just below these. So this one here is our translation tool, so we can move our sphere around backwards and forwards, or we can free move that there. So this is our translation or our move tool. We then also have our rotate tool, and you'll notice that this thing here, this is called our manipulator. This will allow us to rotate this around on different axes. If we click anywhere, we will be able to free rotate there. Okay, the last one is our scale tool, so we can make this bigger and wider. Okay, now I can't really see what I'm doing here very much, so the next thing you're probably going to need to be able to know how to do is to move around. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key, and then I'm going to left click, and that's going to allow me to move around my scene. So Alt and left click, that's going to let me rotate. Now Alt is at my movement mode. When I've got that Alt key held down, I'll be able to move. If I hold Alt and right click, I'm going to be able to zoom in and zoom out. So Alt and right click is zooming in and out. You can also use your mouse wheel for this as well. If I hold Alt and press my middle mouse button in, I will be able to pan. So Alt and middle mouse button lets me pan, so I can kind of move the camera left and right, rotate around, get myself to where I need to be. Super. Okay, down the left hand side, again below our major tools that we just covered there, we have different viewports. So this is our main kind of view here. If I click the one below it, I'm going to get multiple different viewports, and various other kind of setups. You can kind of customize these and add these yourself. But if you ever find yourself with 50 billion viewports, just click yourself back here and you'll be able to get back to your normal mode. On the left hand side here, I've got this kind of menu, and this is for my attributes at the moment. So the shape editor shouldn't be here. I'm going to get rid of this. So you can just kind of drag things, pull things off, and kind of close them. So at the moment, I'm on my tool settings. So this is the tool I'm using at the moment is the scale tool. I can see here all of the different settings that I've got for it on this right hand side. if I click this one on the right hand side here, and I'm just going to pop that in there, so again I can move things around. I've now got my channel box. My channel box is really useful because I can set the transforms for these objects. So I've got my sphere here. I can put it's translate X, it's translate Y, and it's translate Z to 0. So if I type 0 in here, it's now in the middle of my grid. Okay, I'm actually just going to press the F key to focus on this. So if you ever find yourself a little bit lost, you can select your object and then focus there. Okay, I can then reset its rotations. So if I put its rotations back to 0, it's now nice and straight there. And if I put my scale to 1, so it has a scale of 1, I've now got my default shape back again. Okay, if I set my scale to 0, it would have a size of 0, therefore it wouldn't exist. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to set that to 1. If we put that to 0.5, excuse me there. Put that to 0.5, you can see it's half the size. I put that to 2, it's going to be double the size of the original one there. Okay, cool. So that's been a basic overview of the basic tools within Maya to get you started. In the next video, we'll start looking at some of the modeling techniques. Okay, thank you very much. See you later.